everyone. All right, I'm actually back. It's been a very, very, very long time, guys, that I had this um, webinar with on Facebook. Yep. All right. Okay. Anyway, guys. All right. So today we will be learning and trading at the same time, which is really cool because you don't get to, do that simultaneously. Some people or most people, most traders, when they do live stream, all they do is, just trade and then just be quiet, and then that's it. But today we will be discussing what's happening in the market, and at the same time, all right, we will also I will also teach you how I actually do my analysis usually. Right. Okay. Here, share my screen. All right. There we go. Okay, cool. All right. Oh, let me go here. All right. So, oh, entire screen. Oh, all right. Okay, cool. All right. All right. Cool, cool, cool. So, this is my MT4. Let me know, guys, if there's any issue with the audio, anything. If you can't hear me or you don't see me or it's lagging, let me know. I will also be checking on my end if there's any issue, but hopefully there's none. All right. All right. All right. Oh, all right. Oh, okay. Okay. Let's. Oh, all right. So here, guys, let me just show you how I do my analysis for each of the pairs. So I'm just gonna over through the major so forex pairs plus gold, and then later on or next time if you have any request, then we may be able to do so. All right. Oh, do you want me guys to do it one by one? Okay, let's just go that way. All right. Let me delete all of the no. It would be easier for me to just open a new chart. All right. So let's start with AUD CAD. So this is a swing. All right. Swing trade usually takes more time than the regular or the other time frames. Let's say H1 or M15 or M5, but the advantage of having swing trades is that it gives us, you know, more time to live our lives. And then also, it doesn't require much time. We're not very particular with the noise in the market. That's fine. All right, so cool. So this is AUD CAD. The first thing we have to do, that's why I have it open here, is we have to check what's happening in the market right now. All right. Let's try to go to forexfactory.com since I'm not able to right. Okay, here we go. So today there's not much news except for the official cash rate from Australia, which is the same as forecast. That yesterday there's also not much activity, but last Friday we have the US employment, which is quite disappointing at 3.8% unemployment rate. That's a huge jump from 3.5%. Although there is a slight increase for the non-farm employment change, and the average hourly earnings fell slightly. Our forecast is the forecast is 0.3, but the actual is 0.2. Even though it's still an upward movement, it's below the forecast. So in general, I would say that the US employment data is not doing very well, especially with the 3.8 unemployment rate. Because if it's just, a 0.1 or 0.2 increase, that's tolerable. But 3.8, it's a 0.3% increase. It might be, small because it's just 0.3%. But if you compute it, it's quite a steep increase. Right. So there's nothing today that will there's only one thing today that could affect AUD CAD or in the recent days, which is where is it? The interest rate earlier today, which is same as forecast. So now we know that we have that there. You could click on here and see if there's anything that is related to the monetary policy of Australia. So you may read the entire news, which I recommend, but if you don't have time to do that, then let's just check what the summary tells us. So inflation in Australia has passed this peak. Right, that's a very good news for Australia, but not so much for Australian dollar. As we know, if inflation is increasing, then RBA would be pressured to increase their rates. And increasing the rates means the currency will strengthen or will increase in value. So since inflation has passed its peak, it's still high, but it's not expected to go higher. The peak is the highest level. And since it's already past the peak, then it's probably going to go down now. More tightening depends on how economy risk evolve. This is the same statement as the Fed. Inflation still too high, as I mentioned, will remain so for some time. So the inflation problem for Australia is still there, but they have passed the hardest area, which is the peak. Some further tightening of monetary policy may be required. Higher rates are working to balance supply and demand. Australia economy experiencing below trend growth. That's not the good news for Australia. High inflation weighing on real income. All right, so in general, I would say that this is a not so good story for the AUD. In general, it's okay for it's a mid okay for Australia since inflation has passed the peak. It's still too high, but then it could be slightly going down, which was the story for the US last year. Yeah, let's see. AUD CAD falling sharply today. Oh, so we missed it. All right. If you wanted to trade something related to Australia, it's better to do it during the Australian time because that's when the news will start to kick in for Australia AUD pairs. But nonetheless, that's okay. Let's see. All right. So let's go towards technical. So let me just put here some notes. RBA, inflation, as fast it's weak. Right. Not everybody do this, but I do, right? So that's why I'm showing it to you now. I like to put notes here exactly where my chart is. So I know what's happening fundamentally. I don't want to be going back and forth to the websites just to check what's happening or to remind me what's happening. So where is the other one? Below trend growth. Economy below trend economy growth. All right. So this is quite personal that I do. Oh, where is it? But some people they like to write it in a separate area, probably a separate PDF or Word file, or they write it depends on your preference. So if you're an old soul, you can have your notebook, pen and paper, write it down. If not, you could write it somewhere digitally. I just prefer to do it this way. So when I check the charts, oh, I know what's happening already, right? So now that I'm looking at this, I know that the bias is to sell the AUD. But let's see, if we sell, where do we enter and how do we, or where do we exit? So as of the moment, what I'm seeing is a very clear downtrend here. I can have, let's say, let me change that one. All right. We can have a trend line like this. There we go. All right. Okay. Just so I know, could be there. Nope, not really. All right. Let me see where the nearest support is. The nearest support is somewhere here. And the nearest resistance is somewhere, let's say here. Right, so right now the price is already in the middle. We're quite late already. We're late. But that's fine. What I will do is to wait for the price to go back to where I wanted it to be. If I wanted to enter a trade, since this is the resistance, rest one, let's just say. This is resistance one and this is support one. What I like to do is to trade somewhere near these prices. I don't want to trade in the middle because I'm going to be the guinea pig. Why a guinea pig? When you're in the middle, everyone will be, tugging you left and right. In this case, you will be tugged up and down because this is the price where they will fight. There's not much resistance or fight in here or in here. It's much easier to go anyways. I don't want to go here in the middle, but I will mark these two prices. So if it goes there, then I will decide next time. But as of the moment, let's pass. I will forgo this pair. Oh, let's do the next pair. AUD, CHF. I think for all of the AUD pairs, it's going to be the same story because that's what's happened for swing trades. Usually, if they go together. If you take your take profit, if you have your stop loss, they within the same pairs, usually it happens. But anyway, for AUD, CHF, anything for CHF? Do we have anything? None today. None yesterday, last week. Do I have anything? Wait. Let me make my life easier. Oh. September, last week, and then this week. Oh, no. Here. All right. Am I right? Yes. High settings. All right. So let me make my life easier. Is there anything for CHF last week that I should be aware of? Something important? None. 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 All right. How about this week? Anything for CHF? None. What we're waiting for, CAD, sorry, this is AUD, right? AUD CHF. Let me see if there's anything for AUD still for this week. None. Oh, wait. Tomorrow we have quarterly GDP, which is 0.3%. But since they're expecting a below trend economy growth, that's quite questionable. Anyways, let's see. So trend is still downtrend, very clear. Right, that's okay. I'm not gonna put it there. Okay, let me put in my moving average, still very far. How about the other one? Also very far. If it's too far, I don't bother. I just try to see where it is. Still, the bias is to sell the pair. The bias is heavy for this pair. How about MACD? Oh. All right. Delete. Okay. Let's not do that way. There is another way that I know. How will I know if there is another entry in the market, which is using my Fibonacci here? So as you can see, the price has fallen already here, and then there is a slight recovery on the most recent price. So what I like to do is draw my Fibonacci, trace this line over here, this trend over here, and see. And now I know the price is here. Well, let me add one. This is a cheat. All right. 76.8.4, sorry. This is not part of the Fibonacci. I just like to add these levels. Let me delete all of these. No, this one. All right. Oh, did I did it correctly? I did. Oh, 0.764. Oh, cool. That's the magic. All right. The reason why it stopped there is not random. Now that I have added 76.4, I know it stopped there. Right. So in this case, there is a correction from here. The correction is from here to here. That's the correction. And the trend is very, very strong. How do I know that this is a strong trend? Because the price is not even able to touch 61.8. It's just here at 70.4 before showing signs of exhaustion. So if we're going for a swing trade and I saw something like this, well, let me see stochastics just to be sure. Stochastics, where are you, my dear, here? All right. See, my stochastics is telling me to sell somewhere. Wait, I want to be sure. So it's telling me to sell somewhere here, right? Somewhere here would be, the price would be around, the opening price is here, all right? Even though the stochastics is telling me here and here, sorry, here and here, this price over here, I'm not gonna go there You know why? Because this is in the middle of a support and a resistance. 76.4 is the immediate resistance, 100 is the immediate support. So I don't want to be a guinea pig in the middle, but I know that the exhaustion part is here in the middle. So last week, what you should have done is place a stop pending position somewhere here. So you could go for a sell somewhere here. And then zoom out a bit. Why? Because I'm looking for the 6161.8. If I took 100 as my take profit area, that's also fine, but it's going to be too near. Sorry, let me just put it back. Because if this is my sell price and this is TP number 1, let's see how many point is this. As you can see, I don't place my sell exactly on the resistance. I like to put it slightly below the resistance, just so if there's anything on the market that will affect my trade, widening of the spread, I will still be able to enter. And the same with take profit. This is the resistance, this is the immediate support, but as you can see, I place my take profit slightly above it. So even if the spread will widen, if there will be any, issues or players in the market, I would still be able to take my profit. If I did this is quite near. How many points is this? 100 pips, 1,000 points. Right, so this is going to be there. Now, where will my take profit number 2? It should be below TP1. Oh, price too far. It's not letting me or not giving me anything lower than that price. All right, so if that's the case, it's not giving me a price lower than TP number 1, that's okay. This is what I call Fibonacci within a Fibonacci. All right, so from 100 to 161.8, I will place a Fibonacci in there. There we go. Oh, it's too small, right? Because of that. Right. And you could see here, well, let me try to, sorry, reverse it a little bit. So I wanted to see where the 61.8 is, the golden ratio. So since this is the golden ratio here, I will put it slightly above it. So this is going to be my TP2. And my TP3 will be wait. If you're very particular with the price, what you can do is to calculate exactly where the Fibonacci levels are. I do that sometimes if I have a lot of time. Since I just wanted to show you how I do it. Oh. All right. So this is where my take profit is going to be from here to here. All right. Cool. But we're not yet there yet. We're quite late also for this pair. Okay, let's move forward with another pair. As I said, we will be looking for good pairs that we could trade today. Oh, this one looks okay. All right. So we have a triangle here. This is AUD, JPY. Do we have anything for JPY before I click anything? That's a very important thing to do. I have to know what happened with JPY? Because I already know what happened to AUD. Is there anything for JPY that's important? Well, I could do a filter and filter these things out. Right. Now it's better. Right. Anything for JPY before we proceed? Nothing. And also nothing for this week. For next week, do we have anything? None. All right. JPY is a safe haven asset. So even though there's not much on the calendar today, it will still move depending on the sentiment in the market. But anyways, it has also moved already. Now let me see how we can enter our trade, or if we still can enter. Stochastics. Right, it's already in the middle. Too late. How about also too late? All right, let's move on. Still have things in the market. That's fine. I think it's gonna be the same with all of the Aussie pairs. I'm guessing. Cool. Oh. So we have here sort of a range that's forming a lower low or lower high rather. How about GBP USD? I'll try to get there. Hold on. Let's see. Stochastics already in the middle. Not so good for swing. Oh, it's tightening. Ichimoku cloud is tightening. So let me. If you get overwhelmed with a lot of indicators, what you can do is after you make your analysis, you could delete the indicator and add another one. So you don't get too bothered by so many things in there. Okay, let's see. Stochastics, I did MACD already, right? It's too tight. Nope. Move on. Okay. Oh, this one's already too far from the resistance over here. Immediate resistance is somewhere here. That's where our immediate resistance is. Immediate support is somewhere here and here. And the price is there in the middle. So let's forget about it. All right. If you're a swing trader, it's important for you to wait for the price to come to you. You don't want to have itchy hands. You know, some people, they have itchy hands. When they do their technical analysis, they want to get into the trade now. But that's not how it will be if you do swing. Why? Because you have to wait for the price to come to you. If it's not a price that you should be entering, if it's in the middle of the support and resistance, forget about it. There's 26 Forex pairs in the market. You'll never run out of pairs. Now we have CAD, CHF. Anything for CAD and Swiss franc? And we know there's not much for Swiss franc. How about CAD? Is there anything for CAD last week? GDP is negative 0.2, same as forecast, but that's pale in comparison to the 0.2% GDP last month, right? Overnight rate is the same, just September 6th. Oh, that's for tomorrow. All right. So there's going to be a CAD event tomorrow, which is their rate statement. So what I like to do is, as you can see, the price is staying steadily where the support is. It's just going there. And so it's just there and not going anywhere. Why is it like that? There's not there's no volume, there's no volatility, there's no movement in the market because there's going to be a rate statement from the Bank of Canada tomorrow night. And as I always said, or in my previous webinars, if you have attended my previous webinars, it's not advisable for us to enter a trade with pairs that's waiting for a big event or a big data to come. So since this is a very big or this is an important event for CAD, we don't want to enter right now. So what I'll do is wait tomorrow, see what the BOC has to say about Canadian economy. After that, I will decide if I will buy, sell, or forget about CAD. All right, so for now, I'll skip all of the CAD pairs. This is very, very important. I don't want to enter right now and get caught in the middle with my trade being there in the market. Again, I remember Mother Gothel. You know her from Tangled. Good things to those who waits. All right, so there's God here. Nope. Okay, let's how about Swiss yen. There's nothing for yen. There's nothing for Swiss franc. So it's probably gonna stay there. It's gonna keep the trend. Oh, this is a far. Let me see. Let me go to weekly chart. Oh, all right. Even though I do D1 most of the time, I take my chances in scaling up or scaling down depending on the situation. And as I saw that the chart is steadily going up, I have to check what's happening on the weekly market and see where the price is, and it's already on a very high area. Let me use my Fibonacci and see where the price is. From here to here. All right. It can still go up to this area here. Let me zoom in and make sure I apply it exactly to where the lows and the highs are to make my Fibonacci quite accurate. And then I go back to D1. Right. There we go. So this is a very strong support, and now it's there. It's here, right? Where is my 161.8? It's still here. So it still has room for uptrend. Now, since this and this is too far from each other, again, as I did with AUD CAD, you can cheat a bit and insert a Fibonacci within a Fibonacci. And now we see it's swinging around 61.8. Oh, 61.8 is a good number. So this is a good area to buy. Let's see if the other indicators are agreeing with me. Right. This is a not so good entry here for stochastics. How about others? Let's try MACD. No, not yet. Not yet. We're late about probably we're late. Should have entered somewhere here, probably here. If you bought here, your trade will still be open. So you should still have an existing trade with Swiss yen. Let's keep that. How about Euro Aussie? Let's see. For Euro Aussie, it's nice. A lot of pairs are trending in the same direction. Right. Again, from here to here, let me see where the price is. Oh, this is the reason why I don't like to place my trade exactly where the support is. Because sometimes this kind of things happen. You know, it doesn't let you go in because it doesn't even touch the immediate support. Yeah, but oh well, that's life, right? Just looking at the prices, I know this not a good, there's no entry for this pair as well, but I'm just confirming. All right. But just by looking at it, I know. All right. All right. There's a crossover for stochastics around this and this one. Let me check MACD. Ooh, not yet. Oh, Eurocad, it has Canadian dollars. Let's skip. How about Swiss franc? If I'm getting too far, please let me know. I'm not sure if I'm too fast because there's 26 pairs, right? And I did not receive any requests specifically for pairs, but still, I want to be greedy and be able to touch everything. All right, this one is near the immediate support. Oh, also in the middle. All right. Oops. There's MACD here, the standard one, but if you wanted to try the MACD that I'm looking, you have to download this one. Still not there yet for MACD. All right. Euro pound. I'm getting too fast. Right. So if you're a swing trader, you don't have to spend all of your days, all of your time doing your analysis. You can do it like me. You could do it every single day. Just look because there's going to be another new candlestick that will be added. It's not going to take too much of your time. Usually, if I do the entire pair, it's going to take me an hour or two for every pair if I'm going to start over from scratch, like what I'm doing right now. But if you already have these and you're just going to go back tomorrow, then it's going to be, very fast. Ooh, all right. So for this pair, is there any particular trend? All right. So the trend is a downtrend for the recent one. Right? So you can see this is downtrend. And if it's a downtrend, we're looking for a sell opportunity. So since the price is nearing the oversold area for stochastics, let me check MACD as well, but I think it's going to be the same story. All right, there's a crossover also. That means that if you have any euro pound sell trade, you are nearing your take profit area. By the way, is there anything for euro and pound that I should be aware of? So last week we have the Spanish CPI 2.6%. That's faster than forecast and previews. German CPI 0.3, core CPI 5.3%. And for this week, we have nothing for this week. All right, so if there's nothing for this week, there's going to be not much of a force for us to re-enter the market for this pair this week. So if you have any position open, you wait for the price to go near here or somewhere here. But I'm not positive that it's going to touch 161.8 because there's nothing much for this pair this week. that will drive it down to 161.8. So I'm guessing that it's safer to have your take profit here, probably here, somewhere here. If you have any open position for pound, euro pound. Okay, moving on. Euro yen. Oh, it's also an uptrend. See, if the market is trending very clear like this and you're trading with the trend, I don't know how you will lose money. Right, I'm not gonna insert any trend line. I know it's an uptrend already. Zoom in. Oh. I don't like this pair also, but let me see. You know, when you're trading for a very long time already, there are specific pairs that you're friends with, meaning you always make money on that pair. And there are pairs that you always lose money. You're not friends with that pair. And sadly, Euro pound, Euro yen, we're not friends. I always make money with USD CNH, with Chinese yuan. I don't know why, but I always make money there. But for this pair, I don't make money. I often lose money in this pair. Right. No entry yet for this pair. Euro NZD. Well, let me go check first if there's anything for NZD before we see the technicals. When you're doing swing, you cannot be trading technicals alone. You should be matching both fundamentals and technicals. There's nothing for NZD last week and this week. All right. What's the trend? Trend is uptrend. Oh, cool. Because inflation in Europe is high. It's 5.3% right now. So it's still gonna go up. Oh, we're also quite late. Doing that. Oh, that's just a convergence. All right. We're also a little bit late. But the immediate support is actually here. And where is the resistance? So we have, oh, the next resistance will be where the price is right now. And then, nothing. It's too far. This one's too far. Can I get anything in the middle? Oh, none. All right. It's not giving me anything. That's okay. So for the support resistance, if it's not giving you anything, like what we're seeing right now, then just use Fibonacci, right? Go for Fibonacci from here to here. I'll match it up. All right, so the next support, oh, see? I'll put it a little bit lower here. So the next support is somewhere here. Sorry, the next resistance somewhere here. All right, then I can delete this one because I'm done using it. All right. So I'm already quite late. The support is here. The price is already here. I also don't want to enter Euro USD. Probably some of you are saying, how come you're live right now and there's no entry? That's life. That's a life of a swing trader. Sometimes you do your analysis for 2 hours and then after 2 hours, there's no entry. But that's fine. That's how life is. All right, this is a near support, resistance there, and here as well. Anything for Euro USD? Well, we already know for Euro last week. For anything this week for Euro USD, we have USD. That's gonna be next week. See, inflation data for next week, and we have monetary policy next week. Interesting. All right. So next week will be a very hot week for this pair. US inflation versus European monetary policy. As of the moment, the price is here in the middle of our support resistance areas. Let's see if the oscillators are agreeing. See, it's almost there. So if you sold somewhere here, somewhere in 1.086, you should be nearing your take profit. And that's exactly what the stochastics is saying. How about MACD? Right. We have a crossover over here. Yeah, they're saying the same thing. So we cannot enter right now. But if you have any Euro USD trade, I suggest that you close it before September 13. So before Tuesday next week, you should close it. Otherwise, you will be very much vulnerable to the US CPI and European monetary policy. Yeah. Okay. Going back, where's the next pair? All right. Pound. Beam beam. We're near there. We're almost there. All right. Ooh. I think this is also on the high. It is on the high. Right? So the immediate resistance is here, I guess. And let me see. I will see it. All right. Next resistance will be somewhere here. And somewhere here. Oh, it happened. Right. Let's go back to the present price. Oh, all right, cool. Let's see. This is the price action. All right, for the most recent ones, it has touched 61.8. We're late again. All right, if we check this earlier today, then we will be able to enter earlier today. Because this is where 61.8 is. This is the golden ratio. It's a good price level it's a good area to buy somewhere here. There we go. But since the price is already here, too late. AUD CAD. Oh, I'm gonna skip CAD. How about pound Swiss franc? Interesting. Right, so we have a range. Cool. It's in the middle. We don't want to be there. Right. Still wait. You know, sometimes if you're trading swing, you may wait for, let's say, a few weeks, few months, or in this case, how many months has been? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 months already, and the range is still there. So for those who doesn't know what range trading is, so this is your range, right? You may do a sell somewhere here or a buy somewhere here. Let me delete this one in the middle. Or if you want to be a safe trader, this is most of the time foolproof. And this is the strategy that really makes a lot of money for me. But it requires a lot of patience. If it breaks below, like this, or if it breaks above the resistance like this, oh, there. This is where we buy. So if there's a breakout, you buy somewhere here. And if there's a breakout on the support, you sell somewhere here. And you see these lines here and here. This is where your take profit for the buy is going to be. And your take profit for the sell will be somewhere here if there's a breakout. So we're still waiting for the breakout to appear. Let's watch this pair. Hopefully it breaks, because if it breaks, it will make us how much? 3,200, sorry, 3,100 points. I think that's going to be the same for both. So that's going to be around $3,000 for every one lot if your leverage is 1:100. Pound yen, also pound yen. We're not friends. I tried my best to love this pair, but we're just not friends. You know, a lot of people, they like pound yen. I know a lot of people who makes really good money with pound yen, but not me. Okay. None. Not yet. All right, not yet. If you've been trading for a long time already, just by looking at the charts without any indicator, that already says a lot of things. Because your third eye is already open. Oh, and you can see a lot of things without the indicator. Sometimes you could imagine where the indicators will be. Oh, I think we don't have an entry also for this pair. See? We're quite late. Somewhere here is okay. Where the crossover is and where this crossover is also. All right, let's go for pound USD. This is the one that has been requested. Beam Beam, I hope you're still there. Last 5 minutes for the webinar. All right. Cool. So let me try to do my best for this pair. All right, let me mark first where the support resistances are. Oh. What I like to do is I like to mark support resistances near the price. So 3 levels up, 3 levels down. That's how I usually roll. So I don't have to plot and plot and plot over and over again. Let's see. Anything for US, sorry, we know already. For USD, we have, what do we have this week? Just this week. Monetary policy, we have ISM PMI. Nothing much for this week. For pound, it's going to be employment data next week. All right. Now, for this pair, usually, since this is the previous trend, right? So, or the previous set. So, I will take my Fibonacci from here to here. And now the price is where? Slightly lower than level 100. So, this is from basing on this movement alone, the present pricing right now is not a correction. It's a trend reversal because it's way below 50. If it fell after going up there and it fell just here, 50 level or even 61.8, that's still a correction, but this is not a correction. So I will forget about this Fibonacci and look for a bigger one, which is from here to here. Right, so from here to here, because I just took this one, right? from here to here, now it's above 23.6. So in the long term, in the medium term, it's still an uptrend because our 50 level is here. But it's too far. How about this one? Okay, let me just use this one because the earlier one is too far. Okay. It's near 50 level. I'm guessing for this week, if you have any trade beam for pound USD, I'm guessing it's gonna fall until here where the 50 area is. And it's just gonna stay there. Why it's gonna stay there? Because it is inflation data next week. It's inflation week next week. First week of the month is usually US employment. Second week is inflation data. So since inflation data is a huge factor in determining where the interest rates will be, you don't want to enter right now. There's nothing much this week that could affect pound and USD. Therefore, it's probably going to continue its trend, which is downtrend, until the nearest support. So after it touches here in the 50 area, it's just going to stay there until we see where the US inflation is and where the UK employment or the labor market is. And then it will decide. Either it will go down and make a correction until here, until here probably. That's the nearest one. 21.37, or it's going to go up if US inflation has cooled a lot and UK employment labor market data is good, then it's going to go until probably here. 131.23. But as of the moment, it's not a good idea to go in. Let's wait here. This is where we trade, here in the 50 level. All right, Bim Bim? Oh, cool. All right, so for an hour, how many pairs did we had to go? Oh, all right, so I had around half of it. I guess it's gonna really take 2 hours if we do it all from the scratch. Because that's how I usually do it. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for being with me for an hour. If you have any questions regarding any strategy that I have shown you today, any analysis I have done today, actually anything trade related, be sure to leave a message or leave a comment on this webinar. I'll be back to answer them. Or if you have any direct question for me, you could search my Facebook page. It's Angel Mondes Claros. So you could PM me there and I will be able to directly answer you guys. So thank you guys. It's going to be a Tuesday thing for the entire month of September. So I will be back next week for another learn and trade session for an hour. If you have any specific pair that you want me to go through, then let me know in the comment section or leave a DM to us, so I will be able to discuss that first. Anyway, I'll see you next week, guys. Thank you and bye-bye.